You're in Braves country.
I gotta go talk to a camera. All right, Korean food 101. Let's break it down. You got bibimbap.
You're in Braves country.
Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama-Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee.
Drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the buffalo. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Green. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
you're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this, we'll be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing right field for the San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis, 12 home runs, 27 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .289. Batting second, playing first, Luis Arias, 3 home runs, 16 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .299. Batting third, playing third, Manny Machado, 4 home runs, 21 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .309. Jackson Merrill is in center field and batting cleanup. 4 home runs, 17 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .337. Xander Bogaerts batting fifth, playing short. 3 homers, 20 RBI, 9 stolen bases, batting .236. Gavin Sheets, the designated hitter, with 9 home runs, 29 RBI, a stolen base, .285 clip. Jake Cronenworth batting seventh, playing second. 3 home runs, 10 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .240. Diaz is behind home plate and batting 8th. 3 home runs, 6 RBI, a .233 clip. Batting ninth and in left field, Lockridge, 4 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .203. On the mound for the San Diego Padres, it's Michael King. He's 4-2 with a 2.59 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP, 55 innings, 64 strikeouts versus 40 hits, 17 walks, 6 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Grant Holmes, who's 2-3 with a 4.01 ERA and a 1.18 whip. 51 innings, 49 strikeouts, giving up 36 hits, 25 walks, and 10 home runs. Backing up Grant Holmes in the bottom of the first inning, leading off and playing right field for your Atlanta Braves. It's Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 2 for 4 on the year with 1 home run, 1 RBI. Batting second and behind home plate, I got to say, I love this. Drake Baldwin, 5 home runs, 15 RBI, a .337 average. Batting third, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna, 9 home runs, 24 RBI, batting .273. Matt Olson, batting cleanup and playing first, 11 home runs, 28 RBI, a .245 average. Batting fifth, playing third, Austin Riley, 8 home runs, 28 RBI, and 2 stolen bases, a .273 clip. Alex Verdugo is batting sixth and in left field. He has 10 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .261. Ozzie Albies batting seventh, playing second. 5 home runs, 17 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .226. Michael Harris II will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves and batting eighth. He's a .225 average with 3 home runs, 29 RBI, 9 stolen bases. Batting ninth, playing short, Nick Allen. A .252 average with 10 RBI, 6 stolen bases. Calling balls and strikes today behind home plate, it's Dan Iasona. Your first base umpire, Dexter Kelly. Second base will be manned by C.B. Buckner, and down the third base line, it's Adam Beck. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park are expected to be around 79 degrees at first pitch, with the wind blowing to left field just slightly at about 5 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are 2 games under 500 at 24-26. The Padres sit 7 above at 28-21. Lines out in the desert of your Atlanta Braves as a pick'em, -110 on the money line either way. The over-under is 8.5. Grant Holmes over-under strikeouts is 4.5. Michael King, 5.5. Our pick to click today. Should be noted, the Braves actually got to Michael King out there in San Diego. He's one of the few pitchers we actually fared well against, but it was opening weekend with some rust to kick off, I'm sure. Nonetheless, we have some guys that have hit well against Michael King. Harris is 3 for 6 lifetime. Verdugo 3 for 9. Riley 1 for 3. And though Ozzie is just 1 for 5, he's the only one who's ever taken him yard. We never go back-to-back on clicks. Just seems lazy. So we'll stay away from Acuna this time. And we'll go to Drake Baldwin, who's batting second in the lineup. You got to like his chances to click and get your Atlanta Braves, even in this series, and win this one. We'll temper expectations because the offense has been so up and down. We'll take Atlanta to win this one 4-2. Looking at the lineup today, a couple of things jumps out. They finally dropped Riley down below Ozuna and Olsen, which I think he can really flourish down there. And I love putting Drake up there in the 2-hole, though he has some pop. He's really a guy that's up there for average, so he can move Acuna around. And you can do some things if Acuna gets on, and Drake's ability to handle the bat, some hit and run, and some other situations that you can take advantage of. I still would prefer Harris to hit after Riley and put Verdugo down lower in the order, probably under Ozzie, just to break up the lefty-lefty, though Ozzie is hitting in such a slump, I wouldn't be against any move on Ozzie, even the 9-hole, so he would see better pitches in front of Acuna. And I still say Nick Allen needs to bat eighth because we're wasting the opportunities of the guy in front of Acuna who can see fastballs and drive the rock over the wall. Nick Allen is a punch and Judy hitter and really a guy you could use just to move the base paths along with bunts and get them over swings. Either way, I do like the fact they're actually starting to evolve. I just do not understand why it takes them so many trials and errors to realize certain guys don't hit in certain spots in the order very well. Remember, here at Truist Park, as the sun starts to go down in the middle innings, there's going to be an issue with the shadows. So we're going to have to take that in consideration and realize those mid to late innings are going to be tough to score on. Braves need to go out there and be aggressive early in the game, try to build a lead, and take advantage of those shadows to our end and run that bullpen out there. One quick note on Raisel Iglesias. They are not willing to move him out of the closer position, but Brian Snicker did mention last night, and it's about time that maybe they put that slider away. That's the pitch that he's getting pounded on, and I have no idea why they called that up with 2 strikes on Manny Machado, a pitch that has been getting tattooed. If you want to sneak it in there every once in a while just to keep them honest, I get it, but with 2 strikes, it should have been the changeup, or you just go to that fast sinker that he has. But that slider, you almost have to put it away until he figures out a way to deliver it, because it is coming in flat and it's getting hammered. That's the one pitch that he is getting over the plate, too much of the plate, and it's getting tattooed. Quick reminder again, tomorrow we will have the chat up, we will have the 3D up, but we will be playing our Salute to Service show. We do this on Memorial Day weekend and the 4th of July every year, so we can spend time with our families, but you can still chat and enjoy the game. I expect to be in the chat as well. Just wanted to give you a heads up. And since I won't have a chance to say it tomorrow, we do want to thank everyone who has served, and a special salute to those who gave all for this great nation. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for one heck of a game today. It was great to see Ronnie back. Hopefully we can take advantage of him getting on base and put some runs on the board today. This lineup is way too deep, way too talented to not be giving our pitching staff better run support. The Braves starters and the Braves bullpen have been among the best in the last month and a half of the season. It was a rocky beginning, but they have been lights out since. We have got to get them run support. You can't keep playing these one-run games. The odds are stacked against you that you're going to keep trickling out these close calls. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today and join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country. Good afternoon, however you want to say it. 4 o'clock, so we're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. See who we have in the chat today. Roll back up here about 10-15 minutes ago. Where are we at here? This is good. This is far enough. What you talking about, Willis Mathis? I see you in the chat. Saw Nathaniel Brooks and Billy Power Max wanting to sign Chipper Jones and Bob Horner and Dale Murphy as the GM. Let's bring them all back. Let's run it back. John, good to see you. James Hagan, good to see you. Billy Power Max, good to see you. Uncle Charlie Fritz and Helion. B.A. Baracus, Brian Andrews, Oswaldo Perez. King James Hagan, Charlie Elrod, Gary McCoy, the real McCoy, Robert, assuming Jameson's in here somewhere, Israel. Have they changed King from pitching? Is he not pitching? Scratch with the shoulder. It happens. Some guys made of glass. Who else do we have here? Yeah, I just saw that. Got to realize, Israel, we record that about a half hour before, and that is on the Padres. That is not on us, obviously. They're the ones that posted it. I didn't post their lineup. I didn't say, you get out there, you put them in on your lineup, and you do it now. Who else do we have in here? So that's advantage Atlanta Braves. We'll get into their starting pitcher here in a second. Tyler Benson, good to see you. And who else do we have here? Woodrow Wilson. And is Brock in here? Yeah, Brock is in here. And there's Colby Covers. All right, we're going to be back in a flash here on Braves Country, getting ready for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, and we'll reintroduce the starting pitcher for today's action. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
adventures in time and space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
All right, y'all. Sean Reynolds is the right-hander. We'll introduce his pitches when he comes on, but see how long he goes. I wouldn't expect the moon and stars from him. The late scratch. King's back is hurting. His back is hurting because he gave up 3 earned and just over 2 runs against the Braves last time. Reynolds, if you're wondering about him, it's going to be a bullpen game. So it's not really much to go over because he won't be in there long, but it'll be a bullpen game. He's a kid out of their pen and 27 years old, 6'8", 250. But even at that same token, he's not expected to go very long in this one. Braves are wearing their City Connects. We always enjoy those, and Padres are wearing those Dirty Browns from, they've had them for about 20 years. With the brown stripes on top of brown. I like to call them the doo-doos. And we're just about set. Pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Yes, sir. It is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way from Grant Holmes. This is inside to Tatis. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup, the 1-0. Swing, dribbles it over towards short. Allen's got it, flips it, 6-3 put out, 1 away. Grant Holmes is on the bump today, so let's go ahead and do it.
I play real sports. I'm trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers. I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Luis Arias, the batter, 299, 3 home runs. First pitch on the way is a cutter. Inside, first strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1, righty-lefty. Swing, check swing, into left. Easy play for Verdugo. Sun in his face, but easy catch, 2 down. 2 down. We mentioned this at the top of the show, but just once again, want to reiterate the fact that we are looking at high skies right now, but when that sun starts to go behind the wall, we'll say around middle of the game, you're going to have some shadows to deal with. First pitch on the way to Manny Machado is ripped up the middle, and it's a 2-out single for the Padres. First pitch swinging, and he got what he wanted and drove it right back up the middle. You're going to have that for the next 2 days. Tomorrow's game is a 4:10 start as well. So the Braves are going to have to play that in their strategy and how they want to do the game, how aggressive you want to be, because you definitely want to make sure. Let's see if it'll load now. First pitch on the way, drops that one into left field, and that's going to be an easy base hit. And Verdugo is going to throw behind into second, but it is a 2-out double for the Padres. And that's not what you want from Grant Holmes. Grant struggling a bit here after back-to-back outs, he gets back-to-back slaps. And they've got 2 on. And with Verdugo down there and left, he doesn't have the speed that Eli White does, so they pressed the issue, and they got him to second and third. So now a single would score 2. That'll bring Xander Bogaerts to the plate. First pitch on the way to Bogaerts is a slider down and away, 1-0. Holmes has only thrown 7 pitches. He's gotten 2 outs, but also got the 2 hits. The 1-0 to Xander, righty-righty matchup. Holmes brings it. Swing, pops it up. Will it stay in play? Olson's going to chase it into foul territory, fighting the sun, making the catch right there at the tarps, and that'll end the inning. Great job by Olson to make that catch, and a good job by Grant to get out of that jam. We'll be back in a flash, Braves country.
What do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas?
Chicken nuggets.
No, toys. What kind of toys?
I don't want a toy.
What? You just want chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
Hey, does Tay Diggs follow you on Twitter?
No, but Kraft Singles does.
Tim Tebow. He circumcises kids in Vietnam or something.
Philippines, I believe.
Thank you. Sorry.
That seems like a hobby.
It feels like it should be illegal.
You're making this
I'm
up.
not making this up.
Dead ass, dude.
And they said he also assisted in a few dental operations over there. So, I mean, it's just the Wild West.
But it's like, out of all the things they need, they're like, Tim, should you give them money? He's like, no. What else? What about like food? He's like, keep going. They'll get that. Oh, these kids are uncircumcised. What did you say?
Poor Tebow.
Poor Tebow. Poor Filipino kid. Can we get a doctor in here?
Hey, can I tell you one thing? That's 3 holding penalties on one football team in a quarter and a half. That ain't funny.
I was today years old when I found out people don't like gingers. Are you?
Oh, hold on now, sister. That was a hard R. That R was pretty hard on that. We usually say with an A. And usually only my fellow red can say it. So, little suspect if you ask me.
Virginia, April 3rd, 1862. It is astonishing how indifferent a person can become to danger. A report of musketry is heard but a very little distance from us. Yet over there on the other side of the road is most of our company playing bat ball. And perhaps in less than half an hour, they may be called to play a ball game of a more serious nature. Frederick Fairfax, 5th Ohio Infantry.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Ron Acuna Jr. from Reynolds, Sean Reynolds. Righty-righty matchup as Michael King has been scratched because of a tight back. Or a bruised back. I don't know. Something happened to his back. The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. You'll see a four-seamer, a slider, a sweeper, and a change. Primarily the four-seam and slider, and then the sweeper's his third pitch. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 96 miles an hour. It's 1-2. So this will be a bullpen game for the Padres, which isn't always the easiest to navigate because you don't get to see a guy second and third time through the order. What you do get is a team trying to roll 5, 6, maybe 7 pitchers out there and hoping that they all are on for that day. 1-2, down and away, 2-2. 2-2 count. Cunha 2 for 4 with a home run to start the season. As he came off the IL last night in a big way. The 2-2 to Ronnie. Another slider misses outside, full count. So a full count to Acuna. Of course, if they walk him, he's instant action. He could take off at any moment. They set up outside. The payoff pitch. Fastball caught, looking, strike 3. He got Marcell Ozuna disease on that one. I don't know what he was looking for, but that was right down the pipe. Went away. He must have thought that was going to have some dip to it. But with 2 strikes, it looks like he's been listening to Tim Heyer in his short time up here with Atlanta. Drake Baldwin comes to the plate. First pitch on the way to Baldwin. Down and in, slider. It's 1-0. Drake batting second today against the right-hander. 1-0. Outside wide. Called for a wide strike. Bad called by Iasona. It's 1-1. That pitch was 3 inches off the plate. 1-1 count. Swing, broken bat, and that's going to flare into center field. And that's down for a base hit. It's the first hit of the day for the Braves, so we'll go ahead and play that tune.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Bat shattered in half in Baldwin's hand, but he's on for a base hit. 1-on-1 out. Marcell Ozuna digs in. He's looking for number 10 on the year. First pitch, down and away slider. It's 1-0. 273 average for the Big Zoo. 9 home runs, 24 RBI, a 901 OPS. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all. 1-0. Fastball right there on the outer edge. 1-1. He's definitely placing that fastball, high 90s fastball, on the edge of these right-handers. That's a tough pitch to deal with. 1-1 count. They set up inside the pitch. Right there. Oof. Another bad call by Iasona. It hit the zone, called for a ball. 2-1. Iasona already off to a rough start behind home plate. The 2-1 count. Swing, dribbles it through the middle. That's going to got eyes. That one's got eyes. And we've got a base hit in the big zoo. A one-out single. We'll go station to station. Baldwin's got decent speed for a catcher, but that went right to the center fielder. Not much of a chance of anyone going to third on that one. So 2 on and 1 out. You can see everybody chopping in the chat. I was thinking about this earlier today. First pitch on the way to Olsen is down and in slider. It's 0-1. My man Nathaniel Brooks always has the best attitude whether we are winning or losing. We got to send some of the folks to his fan camp and teach them how to be fans. The 0-1 just misses off the edge. 1-1. You see some of these clowns on X and Facebook and all the different entities. We see a few in here as well. They're ready to set fire to the team because of a loss last night, or the Eli White, the 1-1 down and in, 2-1. I can be hard on the Braves from time to time, but usually when I have a night to sleep on it, I wake up, I have a better outlook. That one last night was rough. I still haven't heard a definitive reason why it ended the way it ended. The 2-1 swing, chopper back towards the mound. That's going to be an easy 1-3 put out, 2 away. Runners at first and second. Make it down to second and third. So though we do have the out, that does set it up for an RBI situation for Austin Riley, who's batting 5th today. And a single could score 2 if it's got enough depth. Ozuna is at second, so you're going to have to get a clean single and almost may need a blooper to get him home. But Drake would definitely score. First pitch on the way to Riley is high and inside. It's 1-0. I love the idea of Riley being in the 5-hole. No 87. Eli's not benched. He just didn't start today. They've got Verdugo in left against the right-hander. 1-0. Oh, right up top, slider, 1-1. But he didn't start yesterday either. I think one of the reasons I saw one of the beat writers complaining about putting Verdugo there when White's numbers are better is the 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. But A, you just had that incident last night. You may not want to go start him, right? But B, the other thing is it gives you more flexibility later in the game to have Eli White to pinch hit or pinch run, whereas Verdugo would literally just be a bat. 1-2. Swing, that ball's hit towards right. And making the sliding catch is Tatis. He'll rob Austin Riley of a 2 RBI single. We'll be back in a flash. Good play by Tatis. When we come back, Padres to the plate.
All right, those first 2 were high and tight. So what do you think the next one's going to be? Either low and away or in my ear. He's not going to want to load the bases. So look for low and away. But watch out for in your ear.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Honest Ed's Used Cars, where every car we sell is backed by an ironclad guarantee that is so complete and comprehensive that we really don't see any need to put it in writing. And remember Honest Ed's motto, if any used car dealer anywhere in the country says he can sell you the same car cheaper than we will, then he's even a bigger liar than I am. And remember, if you'd like to learn one of life's most valuable secrets, just send $20 to the announcer in care of this station.
Armchair.
For all you beginners out there, chip and putt. Everybody in golf that plays on a professional level can hit a driver. They can hit a 5-iron. They can hit a 6-iron. But it's 125, 150 yards in. That means a lot. Nobody ever talks about it. No guy that wins a golf tournament ever talks about, well, I hit that wedge from out of the rough from 122 yards and knocked it like this, got a gimme or whatever. But golf is all about 150 yards.
Sandberg hitting 327 now. The pitch. There it goes. Way back. It might be. It could be.
Soldiers in both armies played ball whenever and wherever they could, just like boys, one of them remembered.
If there was any transforming incident in the history of baseball, as in the history of this country, it was the Civil War. Play in the 1840s and 50s was not for the middle class. It was not for the working class. It was reserved for so-called gentlemen. Play became democratic when it became portable. It became a people's game.
Grant Holmes goes back to work after the Braves threatened, just like the Padres in the first inning, getting 2 on and 2 out at second and third as the first pitch to Sheets is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, kicks and fire swing, come back up the middle. It taps the glove of Holmes, but not enough to deflect, and goes right into the mitt of Allen, who fires it to first. 6-3 on your put out. 1 away. Good to see you, Mark. One down. First pitch on the way, 93 on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Holmes, his 12th pitch of the day. 94 outside, 1-1. Good to see you, Tim. Timmy! 1-1 count. Cronenworth batting .240. He's in for Iglesias, who was in against the left-hander last night. The 1-1 pitch. Sweeping curveball up top. It's 1-2. Though his numbers aren't impressive, you got to be aware of Cronenworth. He can pack a punch. Hit one against the Braves earlier this year, but more importantly, he has been a very good left-handed bat for a long time for San Diego. Kind of a utility knife for them. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Will stay in play. Olsen gives chase. Bending just past the tarps. Really close to where Olsen ended the first inning on the catch. This one had a little too much space in between him and about the third or fourth row down there. About 19 people attempting to get that ball, not a single one caught it. It finally hit the ground there and rolled around. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Grant Holmes gets him a strikeout. 2 away. First strikeout of the day. He has given up 2 hits. You can make the argument that the first hit by Machado was hard hit, but that second one by Merrill, that was just kind of a slicer down the left field line that with his speed turned into a double. First pitch on the way, swinging, four-seam fastball, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Padres beat the Braves yesterday 2-1 on a base-running blunder by the Braves in the ninth. It ended a 6-game losing streak by the Padres. That's the last thing you want to do is give a good team a feeling like the weight has been lifted off to their shoulder. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. Billy, I know you think I was picking on you. I didn't even have you in mind when I said what I said earlier. I was thinking of some of the people that come in here, the ones that scream in all capital letters, and it's just they wait for us to start losing before they ever even comment. The 0-2, down and away, 1-2. You don't see him as much in here anymore, but last year, man, I'm telling you, we could be winning 6-0. They give up 1 run in the ninth, and all of a sudden it just gets peppered in about how terrible a franchise the Braves have been for 150 years. The 1-2, down in the dirt, 2-2. 2-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch from Holmes. Swing, fouls it away. 94 miles an hour. Right there on the outer edge. Diaz standing at the plate, which would put Lockridge on deck. Top of the order, due up after that. The 2-2 count. Once again here from Holmes. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chased a slider somewhere in the middle of central Alabama. We'll be back in a flash. Braves, Padres, nada, heading to bottom two.
You're a cop, huh? No, what I am, Sonny, is about 50 pounds heavier and one hell of a lot meaner, so you better straighten up your act. I don't think I like it.
Fatigue makes cowards of us all. You can't play fatigued. Therefore, it's up to you to be in prime physical condition. I can't put you in physical condition. I can start you. You've got to keep yourself in prime physical condition because a fatigued player is a coward. He can't go 100%.
You've got the winning run on second base. You've got three very good outfielders ready to deploy their arms. A very good base runner in Dansby Swanson. One of the best closers to ever do it in the postseason on the hill. And Eddie Rosario, who is 3 for 4, he stands at the plate. And you can't pitch around him because Freddie Freeman, though he's been a little cold, stands on deck. So let's do it. Here's the first pitch from Jansen. He does that little shimmy on the mound, winds up, and the first pitch is swung on, and it is rifled back up the middle. It's going to score. It's going to Dansby Swanson's going to come around. It came off the glove. The Braves win. The Braves win. The Braves win.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, it makes you, I'm 81, but I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any man. It brings you back.
We'll see what we have here. Looks like Reynolds is going to go back out there for another inning. First pitch on the way. It's a four-seam fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Bullpen game for the Padres if you're just joining us. Starter Michael King was scratched at the last minute. The 0-1. Oh, inside. Got him. That got him. Barely got him, but it got him. And Verdugo will head on down to first. The leadoff hit by pitch. It's high and inside. Got him right under the right arm. It nicked his jersey on the way by, I think. It's really close. I don't know how you overturn that because it's really bad look for it, but it doesn't look like that they are going to challenge it either way. Fink got him. It whispered by it. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch on the way. 86 inside. Or outside, I should say. It's 1-0. Righty, lefty. The 1-0. Brings it. High and out of the zone. 2-0. Two-0 count to Ozzie. The 26th pitch from Reynolds. Swing! That ball's laced down the right field line, but foul. Plenty foul. Up against the screen. Tucked into the corner. It's 2-1. We can get, we'll say, 2 of these bats going in the Braves lineup. With Acuna being back, this offense could be dangerous. And they don't have to be the same 2 bats every day. Just get a couple of them going. Hitting becomes contagious if you can get it rolling. The 2-1 swing, dribbles it over towards second. That'll move the runner up to second. Ozzie with another 4-3 put out One away. Good hustle by Verdugo to get past that ball. Make sure that Cronenworth didn't think about tossing him out at second. So Doogie into scoring position. That'll bring Michael Harris II to the plate. Nick Allen moves to the on-deck circle. First pitch to Michael, 96, well off the plate. Called for another wide strike by Iasona. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Comes set, delivers, swing, rattles it back foul. It's 1-2. Braves nothing, Padres nothing. The 1-2 brings it down and in 2-2. See the comment by, who was that? It must be a Padres fan maybe, saying how he was a rookie last year and he was a bullpen guy, but originally a starter. Nonetheless, he's not stretched out. He's only came in for 1 inning plus. It's the 2-2. Swing, chops it back in front of the mound. He only had to chase that thing because Dan Iasona has such a wide strike zone. That pitch was off the plate plenty, but because of the bad calls that Iasona's already made, he had to protect the plate out there. It's a little ridiculous that you're expected to cover 19, 21 inches of a 17-inch plate. But Verdugo does move down to third, and there are 2 outs. Nick Allen looking to come in and get the first run on the board of the game. First pitch, up top. Grabs the first strike. High strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing. Pops it back foul. 0-2. The 0-2. Fastball misses high and out of the zone. 1-2. Most likely they're just trying to get Reynolds through this second inning, and then they'll try to build it from there. Boston has just walked off Baltimore. They win that in extra innings. They've got a doubleheader due at about 6 o'clock tonight. The 1-2 just misses outside, and that pitch is a lot closer than about half the strikes he's called today. Two count. Swing, rattles it foul. Do it again. Two pitch. Swing, chops it towards third. If it's fair, it's a run. It is fair. It smacks the third base bag, and Nick Allen has an infield single. Machado's only chance was to let that ball roll and hopefully that it would go foul, but it smacked the base. Basically a swinging bunt. One nothing your score, and that'll bring the top of the order back up. Ronald Acuna Jr. And Allen may think about taking off. First pitch on the way to Ronnie is a Slider up top. It's 0-1. Tell you this by looking at Reynolds, he is absolutely drained. That guy is dripping. It's not a high humidity day here in Atlanta, but these guys out west aren't used to it. And a guy who hasn't pitched much. The 0-1 swing, rattles it back foul. It's 0-2. Cunha was caught looking on an outside fastball his first time up. See if they try to go back out there again. Backwards K for Ronnie his first time through the lineup. The 0-2. Way outside wide. Tried to get a chase that sweeper. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing. Rips it foul. 97 out of play. If he does make contact and he can get actually good wood on that fastball of Reynolds, that thing's going to shatter the sound barrier. The 1-2 count. Pitch, swing, spoils that one. Slider outer edge. We'll do it again. Home run last night by Acuna was over 460 feet, and then the single that he hit last night was 109 miles an hour off the bat. One-two. Allen at first. 2 outs. They set up outside again. Pitch, swing, dribbles it over to short, and that should be an easy 6-4 putout. It is. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country with the lead.
I'm going to let you guys do what you guys got to do. Don't worry about me. I'm just going to go home, make a little macaroni and cheese, seal the window, and turn on the gas.
Bro, Blake, play for the love of the game, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Money should not be a thing. Yeah, man, I gotta get my money. I'm not playing unless I get mine.
Armchair.
Yeah, my mama got into it last night. But anyway, so she said, go stay with your auntie then since you like her so much. So anyway, but that's another story. I tell you about
Hey, how old is your mama?
46.
How old are you?
31. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, shout. Right. My auntie, what? And my grandma 56. Look, shout.
How's your great grandmama?
62. Look, shout, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Your great grandma still living.
Yeah, she's 79. Look, shout, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Look, we don't know what the world is going to be like in 50 years. We could all have been wiped out from disease or the flu.
So what's your suggestion?
I don't know. I'm just scared.
We were playing ball between the lines near Alexandria, Texas, when suddenly there came a scattering fire of which the 3 outfielders caught the brunt. The center field was hit and was captured. The left and right field managed to get back into our lines. The rebel attack was repelled without serious difficulty, but we had lost not only our center field, but the only baseball in Alexandria, Texas.
Pull up a chair. Your home. Braves Country Radio, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way hits Lockridge. He was showing bunt. Let's see this again. I mean, honestly, if you're out there, they're going to give him the bag, but an umpire who knows what they're doing, if you're offering at a bunt on a pitch and the ball hits you in the arm, that honestly ought to be a strike. They'll give him the bag pretty much out of sympathy. That's not why you do it. His bat was turned around. He was offering at the very last second. He was moving out of the way. His arm was in the strike zone. So another bad job by Iasone. He's been doing it all day long. Jason Hayward might want to put a jersey on. He's in there in a T-shirt in the dugout. Lockridge heads down to first, wipes the tears out of his eyes. And they've been gifted a bag that shouldn't be. But that's Dan Iasona, so 1 on, nobody out. Tying run aboard. Hayward went to the IL. He was in the game yesterday. First pitch on the way. Four-seam fastball right there on the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. That's interesting. He was out there playing the field yesterday. The 0-1. Swing. Fouls it back. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Not that he's much of an outfielder at this point in his career anyways. Oblique strain. How did he get an oblique strain? He didn't do anything yesterday. The 0-2, they flip it over to first. (0-2) count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a foul tip. They're going to give the stolen base to Lockridge. I don't know why, but Baldwin stopped. He was about to throw it down to second. He had a shot at him. I don't know if he thought it was a dead ball. Wasn't even a foul tip. He missed the ball altogether. Anyways, first pitch on the way to Arias. You could tie this game up with a single. It's up top for a ball. It's 0-1. Or 1-0, excuse me. That pitch hit the zone as well. The 1-0. 93. Hey, he called it a strike. Evens up the count, 1-1. Give him the old Bronx cheer for that one. 1-1 count. Inside, that one did miss, 2-1. That first pitch, 100% of the ball was in the zone, according to the Fangraph cast. The 2-1. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Coming in, racing. Making the catch is Ron Acuna Jr. His light blue glove. 2 down. Two away. Manny Machado stands at the plate. Machado singled his first time up. He's looking to do the same here to tie it up. Runner at second, 2 outs. First pitch on the way to Machado is a slider well inside. It's 1-0. Infield back into the left. Playing Manny to pull. 1-0. Swing, lifts it, and that'll tie the game. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Harris flips it back into the infield. But the gifted run by Iasona ties the ball game up, and it's 1-1. Grant Holmes sitting at just 31 pitches, by the way, so he's been very economical with that. That was just a blooping bleeder that got in there into the outfield. Harris had no chance to bring it home. First pitch on the way to Jackson Merrill, who ripped a double his first time up. Swings and fouls it off. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball swung on, hit on the ground, right to Ozzie. Ozzie's got it. That'll end the inning. So they were gifted a run, but we got out of the jam anyways. Baldwin leads us off when we return.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol. Look, they got screwdrivers.
Oh, no, just orange juice. Just orange juice, like the mixer? Yeah, people drink it. Yeah.
It's crazy. When was the last time you drank straight mixer?
Oh, I had a Diet Cola mixer a while ago.
Oh, did you? Was it any good?
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines, react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
By the end of the Civil War, baseball was the national pastime. North and South, West as well as East. Soldiers took the game home with them, and it grew.
It's our game. That's the chief fact in connection with it. America's game has the snap, go, fling of the American atmosphere. It belongs as much to our institutions, fits into them as significantly as our Constitution's laws, is just as important in the sum total of our historic life. Walt Whitman.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Drake Baldwin will lead us off here. First pitch on the way from Reynolds is a four-seam fastball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Looks like they're going to try to get him through 2 times through the lineup. The 1-0 in the dirt. 2-0. Two-0 count. Baldwin singled his first time up. The pitch. Slider right there on the inner cut. 2-1. The 2-1. Pops it up. Back behind the plate. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Inside, down and in, full count. Drake Baldwin trying to work his way aboard. Reynolds about to throw his 50th pitch of the afternoon. Payoff. Swing, that ball sliced in the left field, and that gets down for a base hit, and it's a leadoff single for the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Slice it against that defense. I think defenses are going to start figuring out they should not be playing Drake to pull on the infield. Because we've seen it quite a bit, including in spring training, where he just peppers the left side when he faces that kind of defense. Marcell Ozuna, the batter, first pitch on the way, hits it up the middle. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Good shovel by Cronenworth. Little surprised it didn't handcuff the shortstop Bogarts, but he did a great job on a bad delivery to get the ball, transfer it from his glove, tag the bag, and throw out Ozuna. Though Ozuna's not fast by any stretch of the imagination, that was a tough play for Bogarts. It was a bad feed by Cronenworth. Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch, down and in, 1-0. Not necessarily Cronenworth's fault either. He was kind of forced to give such an awkward shovel. His momentum was taken away. It was an impressive play by Bogarts. The 1-0, swing, lifts it, high into left field, twisting back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-llama ding-dong, a solo shot. And the Braves have regained the lead 2-1.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets.
Ice House. Always smooth, never watered down. We must win today. Losing is not an option.
399 happy feet. His 12th home run of the year. Just got over the wall, we'll say in the third row, over the left field fence. And the Braves take a 2-1 lead. Man, that double play really is huge now by Bogarts. First pitch on the way to Riley. Is down the way for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it upstairs, 1-1. One swing, fouls it back. 1-2. Reynolds comes set, the 1-2 pitch. Swing, that ball's jolted into the left field corner. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Off the wall, here comes the throw to second, and Riley is in for 2 bases, a double by the rake.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Hard hit ball by Riley. He's into scoring position. That'll be it. Schilt comes and gets Reynolds out of the game. He did a pretty stand-up job considering the fact that he was left with the task of starting this game on absolutely zero notice. Braves lead it 2-1. They're going to the pen. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. On this date in 1901, White Sox reliever Clark Griffith, the team's pitcher-manager, decides to walk Napoleon Lajoie, intentionally walking the bases loaded. The strategy proves successful when he induces the next 3 batters to ground out to complete the 11-9 victory at Chicago's Southside Park. On this date in 1924, Washington Senator right-hander Walter Big Train Johnson strikes out 14, including 6 consecutive batters to tie an American League mark, en route to tossing a 4-0 one-hitter over Chicago. The 4th inning single by Harry Hooper spoils the Big Train's bid for his second career no-hitter. And on this date in 1991 at the Metrodome, Kirby Puckett hits 5 singles and a triple in the Twins' 10-6 loss in 11 innings to the Texas Rangers. The outfielder's performance marks the second time he collected 6 hits in a game, marking him as the first modern-era major leaguer alongside Doc Creamer and Jim Bottomley, along with Jimmy Fox, to accomplish the feat twice during their career. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Two to one your score. Braves have taken the lead. We're just here in the 3rd inning. Austin Riley stands at second. Coming to the plate, facing the left-handed reliever Peralta, Wandy Peralta, fires the first pitch into Verdugo. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty. Kicks and fires. Whoa, inside almost got him. It's almost a second hit by pitch. That was a sinker that went inside, almost got him in on the hands. Evens up the count. 1-1 to Doogie. Brings it. Swing, that ball's lifted into center field. That's down for a base hit. Riley making the wide turn, and he will slam on the brakes. Good throw by the center fielder, Merrill. Wasn't really much of a chance of sending him on that one. And a good throw by Merrill would have gotten Riley by plenty. Unless he decided to go Ray Fosse Diaz at home plate, he was not going to be safe. So that'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. First pitch on the way. Outside wide, it's 1-0. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 1-1. The 1-1 count. Swing, chops it, roller towards third. Manny's got it. He'll fire it to first, and that'll be safe. He'll be safe in your Atlanta Braves with an infield single by Ozzie, our second infield single of the day. And we've made it a 3-1 ball game. Well, all right.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Good hustle by Ozzie. First pitch on the way is a slider right there on the outer edge to Harris. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty, swing and a miss. 0-2. An 0-2 count. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. The Braves have scored 2 here in the third inning to take a 2-run lead. The 0-2. Swing, laces it up the middle, but Bogarts is right there, and he'll make the easy play 6-3, and that'll end the inning. Not for your Atlanta Braves put 2 on the board. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I will just show you to your cubicle.
I can't. I bet it's a big one.
The temp agency said that you are fluent with QuickBooks Pro, correct?
Oh, right. Yeah, we should cover that. You see, my resume might not actually be accurate, right? So I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't know what QuickBooks are.
You don't have any accounting experience?
No. Come on. But you don't have to be an accountant to know that this girl is a 10. Yeah, what up? You coming often?
To my job?
Ooh, she's gonna mouth on her also. Shut it.
Is this the new temp who's supposed to help me with the spreadsheets?
I'm gonna talk about spreading the sheets. We can go back to my place and I will rock your... You're fired. That makes sense. So I just go out the same way I came in?
We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the job, baby. All throughout Braves country. Pump that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Can someone please tell me at what age do men start scream sneezing?
1868. Somehow or other, they don't play ball nowadays as they used to some 8 or 10 years ago. I don't mean to say that they don't play it as well, but I mean that they don't play with the same kind of feelings or for the same objects they used to. It appears to me that ball matches have come to be controlled by different parties and for different purposes than those that prevailed in 1858 or 1859.
Grant Holmes goes back to work. First pitch on the way, 94 up top. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone, 1-1. Braves have taken a 3-1 lead. We're just starting the fourth inning here, so a long way to go. Putting a poll up there. Just kind of curious, Memorial Day weekend, what your favorite food is. Is the 1-1 swing and a miss slider. It's 1-2. One-two count. Grant Holmes, 37th pitch of the day. Swing laced over to short. Allen's got it. He'll flip it to Olsen. 6-3 put out. One down. Reynolds, the book is closed on him. 2 2/3. 6 hits allowed. 3 earned runs. 1 strikeout. I think all in all, if you're a Padres fan, you got to be pleased with that. He was asked to stay in there a little longer than I think he should have. 2 innings. Past that 2 innings, that's just getting greedy. The guy who's only thrown 1 1/3 is the longest he's gone all year. First pitch on the way to Gavin Sheets is right there off the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, check swing, down, rolls down the third base side. Grant Holmes jumps on it, fires it to first. That's going to be an easy 1-3 put out. Sheets was off balance and did not think the ball was going to stay fair. It did. By the time he got his motor going, he was gone. That's the old proverbial, he had the best seat in the house. He was just watching it go, oh, look at there. That ball's going to stay fair. I guess I ought to get to moving to first base. I don't think he beats it out anyways. Holmes was on it pretty quickly, but first pitch on the way is a curveball right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. The one thing you will say for that is if he's busting it out of the gates, maybe Holmes rushes the throw and you never know what could happen. Cronenworth 0 for 1, the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Grant Holmes sitting on 3 strikeouts in 3 2/3. Cronenworth struck out swinging his first time up, the 1-1. Swing, chops and foul, it's 1-2. One-two count. And Southern Guy, I'm not asking what you want to eat. It's what are you going to cook? What are you going to put yourself to do? The 1-2 outside wide, 2-2. Everybody wants a steak. I didn't put it in there because not a lot of people are going to go out there and get steaks on Memorial Day, especially if you're hosting a bunch of folks. You're going to go to the cheaper stuff. The 2-2 count. Swing, slices it back foul. As an old chef, I guess I just want to know what y'all are willing to go out there and cook on a. I think one of the things you have to keep in mind too is it's usually hot on Memorial Day. So, are you want to grill something, or do you want the oven to do the work? Like just throw some barbecue in. The 2-2 swing, drags it over to second. Ozzie Albies, that ball ate him up. I have to see what happened there. That ball's going to dribble into right field. I would think it's going to be an error, but I got to see what happened there. That was strange. I think it took a weird hop and jumped over his glove. Here's the replay. Yeah, it just jumped over his glove. Kind of an Olay situation. Grant Holmes threw his arms up in the air because he thought he was out of the inning. First pitch on the way is a slider, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. You could make the argument that Ozzie probably should have gotten in front of that, and they did give him an error, but it was sharply hit as the 0-1 bangs it foul. It's 0-2. It was a sharply hit ball. So I'm not going to kill Ozzie for that. He probably should get an error, but it wasn't one of those, man, if you do this different, you do that different. To get in front of that ball to as sharply as it was hit would have been a real task. Holmes flips it over to first to keep Cronenworth close by. 47 pitches in, so he's still really low on his pitch count. If he can get out of this jam here, that error won't hurt quite as much. Braves lead at 3-1. The 0-2. Slider in the dirt, 1-2. Yes, Gary, that was an error. As I was just saying, I don't know if you. I don't know when you asked that. Yes, it was an error. 1-2 count. 95. Did he go around? He did. Strike three. That was in the zone too. Man, Iasona, I think he's been drinking. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
We can't Irby Dern your frazzle dazzle.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines, react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
We're doing random drug testing today. The only one I won't try is crack. What?
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hell no! No.
Yes. That depends on what kind of pizza. If it's pineapple and ham, that's good. But if you're just like trying to throw some pineapple on like a Supreme or something, then you need Jesus.
Or how about this? No.
Pineapple does go really well on pizza, and that was amazing. That changed the game. Dude, that stuff was awesome. I'm gonna go get some next. I'm gonna go back to Pensacola.
You go to Florida too damn much.
It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience. Not you.
Armchair.
What must be the contempt for those who would degrade our great national game and make it a business? When such becomes the case, farewell to baseball. The excitement which is at present attendant on these contests will cease. Then the game itself will gradually but surely die out. Philadelphia City item.
Welcome back. Nick Allen will lead us off. That means Ron Acuna Jr. standing on deck. First pitch from Peralta. It's outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. See how long Peralta will go. He's only thrown 10 pitches so far. The 1-0. Swing, pops it up. Lazy fly ball on the right. Easy catch for Tatis, 1 down. Still think they should really explore the idea of putting Allen in the 8 spot and someone with a heavier bat in the 9 spot, knowing you're going to get fastballs like Allen just got right in front of Acuna, whether you want to put Harris or Ozzie, whoever. You remember when Harris first came up, he used to flourish down there at that 9 spot in front of Acuna. First pitch on the way to Ronald is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Ronald's 0 for 2 on the day, proving that he's human. Batting now .333 on the year with a home run and an RBI. The 1-0. 96 right down the pipe, 1-1. A little surprising Acuna took that pitch. That's usually one he at least takes a hack at. He may not get it, but he'll pop it. Another 1-1 down the pipe again. Good Lord. He's been listening to Tim Heyer, man. Get him away from that pitch, from that hitting coach. The 1-2 count. I'm all for eating pitches, but once you get to that even count, fastball right down Main Street, that's swinging territory. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, chase the changeup. 2 down. So you waited until Peralta had him eating right out of his hands and swung at a changeup off the plate. That'll bring Baldwin to the plate. Baldwin 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch on the way is 88 up top. Misses. It's 1-0. Drake singled to center, singled to left. 1-0. Down and in. Looks like he might have went around. He did. 1-1. Same two teams back at it tomorrow. 4:10 first pitch. Schwellenbach on the bump for Memorial Day weekend. The 1-1 swing. That ball's going to get dropped into center field. Seeing eye single. A little bit of a Texas leaguer, a blooper, but nonetheless, it's a base hit. So the Drake keeps raking.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Good piece of hitting by the Drake. I just noticed Charles and James is John in here today? First pitch on the way, 89 off the puck. It's 1-0. Marcelo Ozuna, the batter. Big fly here would go down nice, wouldn't it? 1-0. Swing rips it down the third base line. Foul, it's 1-1. Good to see you, Russell. I thought I saw him in the chat earlier, but I can't remember. I haven't seen him chat much today if he is. I'm assuming that Helion is lurking and working. 1-1 count. Lefty, righty. Here's the pitch. Nope, they're going to flip it over to first to keep Drake close by. Charles, I think he's in and out just in manner of life. I mean, out of consciousness, right? The 1-1. Change up misses high 2-1. Especially on Memorial Day weekend. I could have known that he was in and out of it. Be safe, Hillian. Don't get a ticket. 2-1 count. Runner at first, 2 outs. Peralta, this will be his 22nd pitch. Down below the knees, 3-1. Standing on deck is Icehouse, and they may be trying to get him past Olsen if Ozuna reaches, and that might be his last batter. Peralta is such a nasty pitcher on both sides, but especially the left-handers. The 3-1, swing, pops it back foul, 3-2. John's at this game, or is he at just another random game? I know he tends to go to Cleveland a lot for some reason. Time is called. Ozuna steps out of the box for a second. You got a full count, which means the Drake will be off to the races. Anything that gets down would probably score if it gets to the wall. The payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and the Big Bears loaded up the base, or put runners on first and second. The 2 outs in the Ice House. Matt Olson, who went yard his last time up, coming to the dish. They're going to have a chat out there on the mound. I believe that's Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, going out there. I don't think that's Schilt making a change. Probably trying to get him a breather as he has one more batter to take out here in Matt Olson. One swing could really open this one up. Pirates game. Okay. That's about as random as you get. First pitch on the way as we go back to work here. First and second, 2 outs. Lefty-lefty matchup. Matt Olson digging in. First pitch. Down and away, it's 1-0. His last time up, he had a 399-foot home run. just over the left field wall going with the pitch. That was against the right-hander. 1-0. 97 at the knees. Good pitch by Peralta. That is darn near unhittable. It barely hit the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Infield is back and to the right. So if he does poke it down the third base side, it should score. Machado playing more shortstop right now. The 1-1. Well off the plate. Terrible call. Another bad call by Iasona. And all we get is shrugs from the dugout. So a 1-2 count as Olsen's there to fight for himself. No one has his back in the dugout. 2 on, 2 out. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another Iasona out. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. The Braves lead it 3-1. We go to the top of 5.
I was going to Columbia, for Christ's sakes. Wants to be some kind of a professional woman, like you.
A psychiatrist?
And I have to listen to guys like me whine all day.
Here's payoff pitch. And swing on and miss! Strike 3! Yeah! We're 1 out away, Braves Country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the 2021 World Series. Oh, baby. We have not been into the World Series in 22 years. But come Tuesday night in Houston, we'll have first pitch. Go dance in the streets, baby.
Have you ever protested anything?
Sure, every time I get thrown out of the pub. By the end of the Civil War, baseball was the national pastime, North and South, West as well as East. Soldiers took the game home with them, and it grew.
It's our game. That's the chief fact in connection with it. America's game. As the snap, go, fling of the American atmosphere. It belongs as much to our institutions, fits into them as significantly as our Constitution's laws, is just as important in the sum total of our historic life. Walt Whitman.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Grant Holmes goes back to work. He's thrown 49 pitches in those 4 innings. First pitch on the way, number 50 is a strike, slider at the knees to Lockridge. It's 0-1. Lockridge showed bunt and then was hit by a pitch that he was offering at. Reached on a hit by pitch. First time up, the 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Braves lead at 3-1. Top of 5, the 0-2. Slider misses, 1-2. See who's one-two count. Curveball misses well out of the zone. 2-2. Thought more people would eat chicken on a Memorial Day, whether it's fried or wings or baked or barbecue chicken. The 2-2. 95 up top, misses, full count. So it goes from an 0-2 to nibbling that back to a full count. Right now we're in a dead heat between the hot dogs, burgers, and barbecue. The payoff pitch, swing. Drags it over to third. Riley has it, plenty of time, 5-3. one away. One down, and Tatis bangs at the cutter, drags it foul past third. It's 0-1. Fernando Tatis 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to short and then struck out his last time up, the 0-1. Looked like he went around. He did, 0-2. Slider well in the dirt. That pitch was about 3 inches in front of home plate. Tatis, one of the best batters in the game. I'm really shocked that he swung at that. He must have already decided he was swinging at that pitch. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. That's got to go in the trophy case if you're Grant Holmes, doesn't it? Striking out Fernando Tatis back-to-back times you face him. Two down. That'll bring Arias to the plate. He hammers pitch down the first base line, but it's plenty foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside wide, 84 miles an hour. Curveball, 1-1. If Holmes could get himself a 1-2-3 here, he could start eyeballing late in the game. The 1-1 dribbled over to short. Allen's got plenty of time, fires it to first, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of 5, leading by 2.
Are you high? Am I what? High. Hello?
Here is 10 signs that you were raised by an Irish person. Number 1, you have a very colourful vocabulary. Every now and again, you'll throw one in out, this and that, but that's okay. Number 2, you have a very staple diet that kind of consists of a lot of potatoes. Number 3, you have a belief that flat 7-Up in the microwave heated can cure any illness, any at all. Number 4, St. Patrick's Day is a big deal, and you'll be dragged down to the parade for the crack. Number 5, never worry about anything because there's always someone to light a candle for you. Number 6, they always have your back, especially in front of other people. But when you are home, you're in for it. Number 7, tea is the solution to all problems. Broke up with your boyfriend? Cup of tea. Failed your exams? Cup of tea. Number 8, there is only one type of crisp. End of. Number 9, the wooden spoon. Say no more. And number 10, the obsession with the heat. Is that heat been on? All day?
Armchair. Does this shade of red make me look like a clown?
No. It makes you look like a prostitute who caters exclusively to clowns.
I got some advice. Everybody just shut up. Just mind your business and do you. And shut up. That's it. The world will be better. Shut up!
Look, will happily pay 75 cents to $1.50 to go to the theater, and numbers prefer baseball to theatricals. We must make the games worth witnessing, and there will be no fault found with the price. A good game is worth 50 cents. A poor one is dear at 25. Harry Wright.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Austin Riley, the batter. Peralta's back out there again. That surprises me. This is his 29th pitch. The big plus out of this is we're wearing out some relievers. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0. The Braves can win this game. They're going to be really limited on who they can go to tomorrow. If the Braves can work in, is the 2-0, 89 right there at the knees, 2-1. If the Braves can work the starter tomorrow out of the game by, we'll say, the 5th or 6th. You got an opening there. The 2-1 is banged on the ground over to second. It's going to be an easy 4-3 put out. One away. One down, as Riley is now 1 for 3. Alex Jacob, the right-hander, is warming up in the Padres bullpen. Lefty-lefty matchup now. Verdugo takes the first pitch high and tight. It's 1-0. Verdugo hit by a pitch, a single, and a run scored. Inside up. 2-0. Two-0 count. Pitch to Verdugo. Misses high. 3-0. So now you're Verdugo. He's sitting there at 35 pitches, a reliever that normally throws somewhere between 15, maybe 20. I think you got to wait on a strike before you even think about swinging here. The 3-0 right down the pipe, 3-1. Braves 3, Padres 1. The 37th offering from Peralta in his third up down. The 3-1, swing lifted, and that ball is going to get caught at the top of his jump. Good play by Bogarts, just left of the second base bag. A backhanded grab at the top of his leap, 2 down. L6 in your scorecard. Schilt will now come in and opt for the right-hander to face Ozzie Albies. If he were to get on, Michael Harris. We'll be back in a flash. Pitching change here in Atlanta. On this date, 1909, after beating the St. Louis Cardinals a record 24 consecutive times, Giants legend Christy Mathewson, the Christian gentleman, finally loses to the Redbirds 3-1. The winning streak spanned 5 years, starting in May of 1904. On this date, 1918, a day after Secretary of War Newton D. Baker issues the Work or Fight Edict, American League President Ban Johnson announces that the junior circuit would cease operation for the duration of World War I. The team's owners defied the once formidable leader, having their teams play until Labor Day of that year. And on this date, 1935, the era of nighttime baseball begins as 25,000 fans watch the Cincinnati Reds beat the Philadelphia Phillies in the first major league game ever played under the lights. At the White House, President Franklin D. Roosevelt pushes a gold telegraph key during the Crosley Field pregame ceremonies, sending an electrical signal to a table near first base where Larry McPhail flips the switch to illuminate the stadium for the contest's 8:30 p.m. start, a time selected to ensure the departure of daylight. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Two down here in the bottom of the fifth. Ozzie Albies will be from the left side of the bump as Alex Jacob comes on in relief. Right-hander with the high Sox, 5.82 ERA in 21 appearances. Just a 15% strikeout rate. 16 strikeouts in those 21 appearances and 9 walks. First pitch on the way. Swing, that ball is soft line drive. First pitch he sees, L4 in your scorecard. That sounds about right, Ozzie. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Why do boomers get up an hour early just to sit there at the table and drink coffee?
Because we don't want to listen to your bull crap. It takes a cup of coffee to listen to your stuff.
All right, tell your joke.
Why are you singing so funny?
Why?
Because
steak sauce or no steak sauce?
All right. Okay. First of all, if you got a steak that's good enough, then you're not going to need no steak sauce. But if you're eating a steak that's like charcoal, then you're going to end up with some kind of steak. If you don't shut up, I'm talking. That girl looked like a growed up Oompa Loompa.
I prefer Minion, but okay.
She had the body type of a Minion. Unibody.
Yeah, like everybody asked me, like, so what's your type? And I'm like, I've been all over the board at this point.
He really has. I'm impressed with like one or two of them that he brings home, and then the next one I'm like, what happened? That one that you brought on that had like 4 chins.
Lower the expectations. Like
you can't get no lower. You can't get no lower.
Armchair.
Let me tell you something. If the U.S. government decides to stick a tracking device up your ass, you say thank you. And God bless America.
Harry Wright eats baseball, breathes baseball, thinks baseball, dreams baseball, and incorporates baseball in his prayers. Cincinnati Enquirer.
Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Braves Country Radio. Pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Manny Machado leads it off for the Padres. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball by Grant Holmes. It's 1-0. Grant Holmes, 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 earned run. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. That slider's been working for him. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Manny Machado 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. He drove in Lockridge. 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Braves 3, Friars 1. Top of the 6th. The 1-2 to Manny. In the dirt, nowhere near the zone, 2-2. Braves infield is back into the left as the Shadows cross over the 2-2. Swing bangs it home. Down the third base line. We'll do it again. Holmes at 66 pitches now. Matching his jersey. The 2-2. Changeup misses. 3-2. Full count to Manny. Tying run standing on deck. You don't want a free pass Manny here. The payoff pitch. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4. And that's exactly what he did. And the Padres have put the tying run to home plate in the form of Jackson Merrill. The 3rd time through the order for the Padres. Grant Holmes. Typically, this is where he runs into trouble, is that 3rd time through the order. First pitch. 92 fastball right there at the knees. It's 0-1. He quick-stepped that one. The 0-1. Swing. Chops it foul in between home and first. Olsen will grab it and toss it towards the dugout. Quickly 0-2. On deck is Bogarts. Sheets is in the hole. So right here in the heart of the Padres order, Holmes is trying to navigate a 3rd time through. The 0-2 count. Curveball missed well below the knees. 1-2. Tomorrow you got Spencer Schwellenbach on the bump. 1-2. Nowhere near the zone fastball pitch out territory, 2-2. Two count. The pitch. Swing rips it into right field, right down his throat, and that's going to be a single. Machado had to hold up as the ball almost took his head off going by. He goes first to second, and Holmes twisting in the wind here. First and second, nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Tomorrow, .410 first pitch. As the first one to Bogarts is a slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Tomorrow it's Dylan Cease versus Schwellenbach. The 0-1. Inside 1-0. Infield back into the left in double play depth. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Swats it back foul. Man, that was a dangerous spot right there. He just mistimed that one. We almost had a 1-run deficit instead of a 2-run lead. That ball got way too much of the plate. Holmes just at 76 pitches, but he's starting to look like he might be running out of gas. The 1-2. Comes set. Swing. Bangs it down the third base side. We'll do it again. One-two count. Long inning so far for Holmes, and he hasn't recorded an out. The 1-2. Caught looking strike 3. I don't know about that one. We'll take it, but that slider was about 2 inches inside, one away. It was a good frame by Baldwin, and that might be the difference. As if you notice, if you're watching along at home and pairing up the video, notice where Dan Iasona sets up. He sets up kind of high and not really right there where you can form a good opinion of the strike zone. His first pitch on the way is a curveball down and away to Sheets. It's 1-0. Sheets drilled a home run against Chris Sale last night. The 1-0. Swing, chops it foul, and a 1. Sheets standing in with 9 home runs and an .831 OPS, so a dangerous bat. One count. Holmes comes set, brings it. That ball's laced into right. Making the good catches, Acuna. He'll stare down Machado at second. Make sure he doesn't go as they both kind of get a giggle at each other. 2 down. I don't know if you could see it on the Atlanta end, but on the San Diego cast, it showed the two of them just kind of laughing as he stared him down a little bit. I'd imagine that they're friends. So 2 on, 2 out. Grant Holmes trying to get out of this jam. He got a strikeout and a line out. And here's the left-handed bat of Cronenworth. And he has been a nightmare for the Braves over the years. Coming up with big hit after big hit as he takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and in. 1-1. Holmes now at 83 pitches. If he were to get out of it, here's the 1-1 chopped over towards first. Olsen's got it, flips it to Holmes, and That'll end the inning. I think he might come out for another inning. He's got some little juice left in the tank, and the bottom of the order will be up for the Padres when they return.
I play real sports. I'm trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers. I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof.
What's the worst UK accent?
Probably Birmingham.
Okay. Everyone says, oh, Scouse.
No, I like a Scouse accent, but Birmingham.
Where are you from?
Newcastle.
Everyone's favourite.
Up the twos.
I got lost in the game. I mean, the ballpark, the people, the color, the sounds, smells. And it's a passion. It's a very, very big part of my life. Sometimes I like to be 11 years old. I like being part of something that's bigger than me. It's good for your soul to invest in something you can't control.
You're a romantic. You have a lyrical soul. You can love under the best and worst conditions.
What a big at bat by Lieutenant Dan. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Jorge Soler, and it is swung on and roasted into left field. Ramalama ding dong, zip boom bam, over the bullpen wall. It's 3-2. Your Atlanta Braves. That ball was crushed like an egg. Absolute jackpot, baby. 3-2. Atlanta leads the game, and the place is going bananas. I hope y'all are dancing in your living room or wherever you're at. Atlanta, back-to-back solo jacks. We've got a 1-run lead. Look out. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Harris to Allen to Acuna will be your sixth inning to get you going here. Jacob, the pitcher. First pitch on the way. Missed for a ball, and the second one is a changeup. That thing, when I say changeup, that thing changed out of the zone. It's 2-0. That thing went past the back end of the left-handed batter's box, or right-handed batter's box, excuse me. The 2-0, right there, 2-1. Jacob has just thrown 4 pitches, threw 1 pitch to Ozzie to get him out, now starting off here in the 6th. The 2-1, swing, pops it back foul, 2-2. Got to figure they want him to at least go this inning, maybe even the 7th. And then they'll see where they're at on what kind of usage they want with the rest of their pen. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Michael Harris chased a 83-mile-an-hour fastball, question mark, off the plate. I don't know, 3 inches off the plate, 1 down. Jacob has kind of a funky delivery. You wouldn't really call it a sidearm or a submarine, more of a 3/4 delivery almost. Allen, the batter, first pitch. Misses high. It's 1-0. That's where his 4-seam is coming up at, is 84 miles an hour. It looks faster the way it comes out of his arm, though. The 1-0. Swing, swats it back foul, 1-1. I'm interested to see what Acuna makes of this delivery, because I feel like this is someone he could tattoo. 1-1 count. Misses high, called for a strike. Allen's giving him an earful, 1-2. I mean, that's a garbage call. To my account, I've got it marked down on a card. That is the 9th very bad call. Not the 9th call, not 9th pitch he's blown. That's the 9th absolute call that he's blown. Talking about the ball was all the way out of the zone or all the way in the zone, he called it wrong. 1-2. 2-2. Same spot. Looking at it on Spot Track. Same exact spot, and he calls that one a ball. Make it make sense. The 2-2 to Allen. Up high. Full count. So Allen should be standing at first because the last 4 pitches have hit the same spot. 3 of them were called correctly. The payoff pitch, outside wide ball 4. He chucks his bat and heads down to first. And we got something cooking here in the bottom of the 6th with Ronald Acuna Jr. coming to the plate. Acuna looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Takes the first pitch. Sinker. Right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. As Jacob released the ball, he did like a spin, almost like a pirouette. The 0-1. Next time he does that, jam it right down his throat. Pitch. Swing! That ball's belted high and deep. Going back on the track. Did I call it or did I call it? Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong, a 2-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves, 427 happy feet. His second home run of the year, 3rd RBI.
Bravo.
111 miles an hour off the bat. Ronald Acuna Jr. Vamos, bravos!
Bravo.
Get some high fives and a hug from Ozzie in the dugout. And your Braves have taken a 5-1 lead. First pitch on the way is to Drake Baldwin. He bangs it into the dirt. It's going to be a 6-3 put out, 2 down. Man, did he tattoo that one. Holy cow, did that ball fly. So 5-1 your score. Ozuna fists one back foul. It's 0-1. Good to get Ozuna in on the hit parade. He's got a hit, but it almost seems like it's almost time for him to smack one. The 0-1 swing, pops it back foul. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Brings it. Good. Night Irene. Get Marcell Ozuna as far away from our hitting coach as possible. That's about the 6th or 7th time in the last 2 weeks he's taken a fastball right down the pipe for a strikeout. We'll be back in a flash. But your Atlanta Braves are taking a 5-1 lead. Excuse me. Ronald Acuna Jr. going bonzo once again.
Bravo! Bravo.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
I woke up this morning and I felt like absolute garbage. For anybody who wants to know what garbage is, that means French for trash.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. It's a tough time for any kid, and especially now now as he stands naked under the world out there in right field, and they taunt him and they chant his name.
He takes his cap off and reacts to it. It's just been a tough time.
I tell you, it's a tough business.
You guys are all just like really misogynistic.
How do you define misogyny?
I don't know. I don't like this.
I'm just asking how you define misogyny. Are you okay? Like, do you want to go as in leave? Is it because I asked how you define misogyny? Is that the...
No, I'd like to go home if that's allowed.
Because I asked about how you define misogyny.
Armchair.
Harry Wright, a former center fielder for the Knickerbocker Baseball Club, believed there were big profits to be made in baseball. And in 1869, he assembled the very first professional team, Cincinnati Red Stockings. Only one of Wright's Red Stockings actually came from Cincinnati. Most were young New Yorkers, 19 or 20 years old. Wright drilled them in the fundamentals, insisted they be silent and businesslike on the field, and dressed them in knickers to boost their running speed.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Grant Holmes is off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. Grant Holmes just threw his 85th pitch of the afternoon. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. De Los Santos and Dylan Lee are both warming up in the pen. So the first sign of trouble, expect them to go grab them. The 1-1 to Diaz. Swing rips it down the third base line, and there's trouble. It's off the wall. Diaz cruising around first, heading to second, and Verdugo takes his time getting the ball and flips it into the infield, and it's a leadoff double for the Friars. He knew he didn't have to hustle much there. There was no way he was going to get Diaz at second, and Diaz's speed would never lend him to a triple. Little surprised, now that we mention it now with Verdugo out there and left, that Eli hasn't been brought in to play defense with a 4-run lead. First pitch on the way from Holmes. 95 inside. It's 1-0. Verdugo is due up third in the next inning, but, I mean, that's not really the reason to keep him on. 1-0. 92 right there at the knees. 1-1. I view Verdugo and Eli kind of interchangeable at the plate. They both hit for a little bit of pop, but not much, but with a decent average. The 1-1. 92 up high, hits the top of the zone, didn't get the call. Dan Iasona is just awful at his job. 2-1. Braves lead at 5-1, top of the seventh. 2-1, hit hard on the ground over to Allen. Allen will chase the runner back to second, fire it to first. It'll be 6-3, put out, and away. Braves 8 defensive outs away from ending this losing streak of 3 games. So you know they're going to be aggressive in the bullpen. I'd like to see it where they don't let this rattle out of control as the top of the order coming through for a 4th time through Holmes. First pitch on the way, chopped over towards Riley. Riley's got it, fires it over to first, and it's a 5-3 put out, 2 away. The runner ran out of the base pass, but I think they're going to give him a pass as he was trying to avoid the defender. In theory, he's out. In theory, what the runner should be doing is pausing to stay out of the way and then, or run behind Riley. But you rarely see it called that way. So Arias will come to the plate. The 2 outs and a runner at third. The first pitch on the way is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's kind of the perfect guy you want at the plate if you're a Padres fan, because he's not going to try to do too much. He's just going to try to slap it where they aim. And honestly, the Braves outfield's playing a little too far back. The 0-1 won't matter. He dribbles it over to Ozzie, and Ozzie will flip it over to first. That's a 4-3 put out. Get up and stretch, Braves country. We got a lead. Pitch yourself.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Welcome back. Jacob fires the first pitch to Matt Olson. Pitch is off the plate, but it's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses high and out of the zone, 1-1. Jacob might be there to take one for the team with the Padres trailing by 4. Let's see if he can get through the 7th inning. The 1-1, 85 inside, 2-1. 2-1 count. Pitch on the way. 74 right there, 2-2. The 2-2. Slaps it over towards shortstop area. It's Machado playing over there on the shift. Easy 5-3 put out, one away. One down, and Austin Riley, who doubled in the 3rd, scored a run. It seems like he's been on 8 home runs forever. First pitch on the way. 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Inside, almost gets him. We do not need this guy getting hit in the hand again. One count. Pitch misses just off the plate. 4-seam fastball. That one was 86. That's his high heat. The 2-1 count. Swing, fouls it back. 2-2. The 2-2. Whoa, inside. That did get him. Hit him in the shoulder. Believe he's going to be okay, but man. Every time he gets one of those, I feel like someone ought to say, and we can't talk you into protecting your hands at all. He didn't get hit in the hand, but the point is he gets hit a lot. That one got him up in the shoulder. He should be okay, but you never know. Hit the back of his shoulder. Verdugo comes in. He takes the first pitch right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss over the top. 0-2. The 0-2, 31st pitch of the outing. That 84-mile-an-hour fastball misses high and out of the zone, 1-2. One-two count. Swing. That ball gets laced into right field. A slow dribbler. Riley had to hold up as that ball almost hit him going by. He had to slam on the brakes. Once he got started again, Tatis got a hold of the ball. There was no way he was going to third. A lot of things I would do in this lifetime. It's not to challenge Fernando Tatis's arm, especially when you get a slow start from first. Verdugo just kind of laced it through. So with Verdugo at first, Riley at second. Looks like Ruben's going to go out there and talk to him. He's the pitching coach. He's just trying to get some outs out of him. First and second. One out. I forgot to hit the little button for Diggy, so let's do it. One of my favorite ones.
What's going on? Blood pressure's coming up. The pulse is getting stronger. Get the OR ready. We've got a live one going and we want him to stay that way.
Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch. Swing. That ball's ripped over towards the right side of the infield. This would have been a nifty play, but nobody's covering first. It goes off the glove of the first baseman, Arias, goes into the air. It's scooped by Cronenworth. He's ready to turn around and gun down Ozzie at first, but the pitcher failed to cover the bag. He was just standing there watching. So it'll be an infield single for the Wiz after all that, and the bases are loaded.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
And that'll be it. Alec Jacob goes a-packing. We got the bases juiced. We'll be back in a flash. On this date, 1901, during a fluke snowstorm in Cleveland in late May, Ted Lewis becomes the first Boston American hurler to throw a shutout when he blanks the Blues at League Park 5-0. The 28-year-old right-hander from Wales will become the president of Massachusetts State College and the University of New Hampshire after his baseball career. On this date, 1906, the Boston Americans halt a 20-game losing streak with 19 losses occurring at home when Jesse Tannehill goes the distance, blanking Chicago at the Huntington Avenue grounds 3-0. Boston will finish last place in the American League with a 49-105 record, later to become known as the Boston Red Sox. And on this date in 1951 at Shibe Park, the much-heralded New York Giant rookie, Willie Mays, makes his major league debut against the Phillies. The 20-year-old outfielder, who hit .477 in 35 games with the Minneapolis Millers before being called up, goes hitless in 5 trips to the plate, but makes an outstanding defensive play, contributing to the 8-5 victory. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Matsui, the pitcher, Yuki Matsui, the 2.75 ERA, tosses a swing and a miss strike to Michael Harris. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing rips it into right field. That's through for a base hit. That will score at least one. 6-1 your score. A wide throw to third. 7-1 your score, and your Atlanta Braves have opened it up. Good piece of hitting there. Pretty interesting. They were showing first part of the season compared to the last 14 games for the Padres, where their bullpen went from a 1.68 ERA to what now is, well, they haven't calculated today's, but coming into today, 8.68 ERA in the last 14 games, excuse me. First pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back out of play by Allen. It's 0-1. Ronald Acuna Jr. stands on deck. He could really break this thing open. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone. 1-1. Let's say, for instance, you get Allen here on either a pop out or a strikeout. Do you walk the bases loaded? Because I don't know if I'm Matsui, if I want to face Acuna. The 1-1 hits top of the zone for a strike, 1-2. De Los Santos is warming up in the pen, and with this extended inning, I would say it's pretty much an even bet that he's going to come in. Looks like Dylan Lee has sat down for the 8th inning. The 1-2. Swing pops it up. High in the sky. Giving chase. First baseman Arias. He makes the catch. 2 away. Over there by the on-deck circle. I'm telling you, if I'm Matsui, I'm walking Acuna. And I know Drake's on deck, but I'm walking Acuna. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm facing him here. But they're good. Looks like they're going to face him. There's no way I'm pitching to him. If I pitch to him, I'm pitching 3 feet out of the zone. See if he'll get himself out. The shadows are crossing over a little bit in between home and the pitcher's mound. And right now, the sun is kind of in the face of the batter, Acuna, from the right side. Time was called. Not sure why. It doesn't look like Acuna called for it, but home plate umpire Iasona did call time. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. The first pitch. 84 inside. 0-1. The 0-1. 85 just misses off the edge, 1. One count. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Braves lead at 7-1, bottom 7. Pitch for Matsui. Swing, chops it foul, 1-2. Are people actually hating on Acuna in the chat? How can you possibly hate Acuna if you're a Braves fan? If you're not a Braves fan, I would think you'd hate him a lot. But if you're a Braves fan, what? Like the most fun thing we've ever had is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's not perfect, but who the hell is? The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase a splitter inside. That thing was nasty. Once again, that sun is busting the hitters in the face. I wonder if that has anything to do with that. But nonetheless, Michael didn't have the issue. He had his back to the sun. We'll be back in a flash. Braves lead it by 6.
Some people exercise before breakfast. I've watched a show I didn't like because the remote fell on the floor.
You can't go cheap on the TP. So I'm going to throw the honorable mention of diapers. You can go to a lesser name brand and there's a median there, store brand diapers, garbage. You will have more blowouts and cleanups than you will know what to do with.
Are you willing
It
to
is
go?
not worth saving the dollar.
Are you willing to go to cloth diapers to save money?
No.
Does anybody still do that? What a terrible idea. That
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Do they?
There are people. Yes.
That's such
and
a
they need
terrible
hug me
idea.
jackets. They have lost their mind.
I
There's
mean-
no way I would process that thing through my washing
Why would I
machine
want-
and then ever wear anything out of it again?
I mean, if someone drizzles on my shoes in the men's room, I'm throwing them out. I don't want a full-blown episode and go, well, we can reuse those. Don't throw them out. Who came up with that idea?
Armchair.
Moving on, the holiday party. I put you two in charge of the dessert, and I specifically asked for an edible arrangement, like a fruit basket of sorts, not an arrangement of edibles. What went wrong here?
I delegated this to Brian, and I told him to get an edible arrangement.
Okay, that wasn't clear to me because Kate said the brownies were a big hit last year, so
Brian, Matt literally had 4 of them, and he was so relaxed that he fell asleep during our Secret Santa.
For the first time, to the shock of the baseball community, he paid each player a salary. The highest paid was Harry's brother George, the shortstop, who received the considerable sum of $1,400 a season, 7 times the average working man's wage.
Excuse me. Eniel De Los Santos comes on. His last 10 games, he's had a 1.64 ERA through 11 innings. He's set to face the heart of the order of the San Diego Padres. Manny Machado leads it off here in the top of the 8th. Braves lead it 7-1. First pitch on the way. Down and away. It's 1-0. Like to see 6 quick outs here. No tomfoolery as the 1-0 swing and a miss 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss, 96, 1-2. He's missing those pitches, but Manny Machado's not getting cheated, man. If he makes contact with that 97, he is opening it up. The 1-2. Way out of the zone. 2-2. 2-2 count. The pitch from De Los Santos. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. Due up in the Braves' bottom of the 8th will be Drake, Ozuna, and Olsen. The 2-2. Inside misses. Full count now. That's not what you want to see. Full count to Machado as they start the top of the 8th. Pitch from De Los Santos. Slider, ball 4. When you have a 6-run lead, and I know we've got a rookie behind the plate, but you've got to reinforce that rookie to call pitches very aggressively and make them beat you. Do not start putting free ducks all over the pond. Easiest way to get back into a ball game like this is to get free passes. That'll bring Jackson Merrill to the plate. He swings at the first pitch and lifts it into center field. Coming in, making the running catch, sliding catch, diving catch. Michael Harris the second. 75% of the world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. What an incredible tumbling catch to prevent the base hit. Go ahead and mail that man his gold glove. We don't realize how lucky we are to watch him every night. He makes one of those type plays at least once a day. First pitch on the way, banged on the ground to Allen. Allen will get the 6-4 put out. No chance to get the batter running down the first base line. Bogart still has pretty good speed. So you get the lead runner, but there is 2 down. Fielder's choice on the play. They just flashed into Andrew Jones watching the game. He's back there behind home plate watching the game. And he got a big wry grin on his face. If that's Andrew approved, you know it's a hell of a play. First pitch on the way is a strike on the outer edge. To Sheets, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Rocks and fire. Swing, pops it up. High. Shallow ball. Can of corn. Ozzie has it. Second base side. That'll end the inning. So after giving that leadoff walk, De Los Santos does a hell of a job to get out of it. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. You know, Andrew Jones. Good time to do this one.
To left center. Can Andrew catch up with it? A diving catch ends the game!
Hit to deep right center field. Andrew Jones. Oh, good night. That's why that man's a Gold Glover. I mean, that saved 3 runs.
Where Singles Would Go to Die by D.M. McGee, 2024. He'd lean forth an inch, closer and closer. We all came to see 25. Our pitchers were fearless, on the hill with no worries, backed by the greatest center fielder alive. Into the gap? Ha, that's a laugh. Jones was faster than light. Andrew would dart more like an art, the crowd oohing and awing with sighs. Bombs from the plate, speed on the base, a swing and a smile and big fly. But we came to gaze, and were always amazed, where Singles Would Go to Die. Where Singles Would Go to Die by D.M. McGee, 2024.
Eat your heart out, Willie Mays.
Exactly. That's a tougher play than Willie Mays made. Darn tootin'.
Welcome back. Drake Baldwin stands in to lead off the bottom of the 8th. The Braves lead at 7-1. Matsui will go back out there to work. Now the shadows are really wreaking havoc. First pitch on the way on the delayed flip from Matsui is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. 83 splitter misses. 2-0. That was that same splitter he threw to Acuna that struck him out. That thing dives in on the right-handed bat. I think if Drake's behind in the count, he's going to have a hard time laying off that one. The 2-0. Down and away, 3-0. 3-0 count. Baldwin 3 for 4 with 3 singles today. Here's the pitch. Down and in, ball 4. So he takes a walk and heads on down to first. Start at the bottom of the 8th. Marcell Ozuna stands in. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Marcell is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Make that a bang foul. It's 1-1. Ozuna 1 for 3 with the walk. He's batting .274 now. 9 home runs, 24 RBI, and an OPS teetering right there at 900 at 899. 1-1 count. '86 on the outer edge, 1-2. Love to see it, Lawrence. 3-month member. 1-2 count. Matsui. Sun blasts him right in the face. Here's the pitch. Up top, misses, 2-2. Good to see you chime in, Lawrence. I know a lot of y'all out there that don't chat much, and sometimes I can't blame you. Some of the chats that go on in here, but it's always good to see a new face, a new voice. The 2-2, swing, slaps it back foul. They're not as bad. Last year, man, there were some ugly ones. Of course, we haven't played the Phillies much, so that's got a lot to do with it. We have not played the Mets once yet. We got a loaded back end of Mets and Phillies games heading your way. Heck, they start the second half of the season off against the Yankees. The 2-2, swing, lifts it, high and deep, down the right field line. If it's fair, it is not fair. That was fair. It was at least going to go off the wall. I think Matsui thought he gave it up because he kind of smacked his hat right after he threw it. So a 2-2 count. Lefty, righty. On deck is Olsen. The pitch from Matsui. Caught looking, strike three. Time after time, what is going on with Ozuna? Something is in between the ears for like the last, 3 weeks. He never used to be like that. You get 2 strikes on Ozuna, and he was a hell of an out to get. He'd usually work his way aboard, but he's at least peppering those off. It's almost like he's almost have to sit there and cheat on a pitch, and if he doesn't get it, it locks him up. You wouldn't think that by the numbers, but it is strange. First pitch on the way to Olsen is a sweeper, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. That's the second time he's been caught looking on a strikeout today, but it's the third time this series alone. 1-0, bangs off the glove of Diaz. Baldwin will stay put. No sense of getting tagged out there, leading by 6. Standing on deck is Riley. The 2-0. Up top for a strike, 2-1. Two-one count, lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way, sweeper just misses the knees, 3-1. Three-one count. Matsui. Swing and a miss, 92. Right there on the outer track. Full count. Game 3 of this series is tomorrow. 4:10 first pitch. Schwellenbach Day, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him right there in on the hands. 2 away. 2 down, and Austin Riley will come to the plate. 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Or 1 for 3, 2 runs scored. Doubled to left. He was hit by a pitch. Both times came around to score. First pitch from Matsui. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 94 up top. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Riley down to his last strike. Runner at first, 2 outs. Drake Baldwin leading off the pitch. Inside almost gets him 1-2. Starts sending Austin Riley up there with a hazmat or a NASA suit. It's like he's got a magnet that brings that ball right to him. The 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. That's a splitter off the edge. That's a good take by Riley. I don't know how he held up on that with 2 strikes. The 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him. Riley down on strikes, 1 for 4 on the day. But your Atlanta Braves lead it 7-1. We go to the 9th to try to seal the deal.
3 o'clock in the morning.
I've been playing poker with some blokes.
Playing poker with some blokes? You can pack your bags and go.
So can you, sweetheart? This ain't our house anymore.
But there's a tier level of like college and adult life, and I'm not going back to the college level tier. You can't go, this isn't walking back into my fridge. Not ever happening again.
Well, no,
Ice
but
at that.
But if I'm somewhere, okay, Busch Light I can deal with. Natty Light, no. Natty Light, I don't even feel like it's, I don't know. Natty Ice, definitely not. That's just a headache in a can. But when I say cheap beer, like stuff that's not, you know, the upper echelon, I'm talking about your domestics. I can live on a domestic. I don't have to have the hippest, you know, $15 for a 6-pack beer. I'm fine with.
Oh, definitely. I mean, heck, let's face it. After the first 2, they all taste the same after that.
Well, yeah, and if you're going to drink all day, I'm not trying to mess around with the double IPAs and porters and stuff like that. Dude, you're about to go to a dark place.
Armchair.
I just got out of Target, and this guy said, hey, you know that's not Nirvana on your shirt. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know Nirvana, man. Bop's one of my favorite songs, okay?
The Red Stockings finished their first season with a record of 65 wins and not a single loss. They also managed to turn a profit for their investors, $1.39. The city that had once prided itself on the stockyards had become the baseball capital of the country, and the Red Stockings spread the gospel from New York to San Francisco, traveling on the just completed Transcontinental Railroad.
Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Scott Doesn't Blew It comes into the game, rocking a 2.66 ERA, right-hander with a 24% strikeout rate. 20 strikeouts in 11 appearances, just 6 walks. Pretty even on the batting average against lefties and righties as well. First pitch on the way is a slider off the edge. It's 1-0. Cronenworth the batter, 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Be Cronenworth to Diaz to Lockridge. 1-0. Fastball right down the pipe. 1-1. 1-1 count. Outside wide, 2-1. Now they haven't made a move, but I don't understand here why you don't pull Acuna and let Fairchild go out there and play right, and for that matter, have Eli go play left for Verdugo. The 2-1 fouls it back, 2-2. Acuna just to keep it, you know, the sense of having him play the 9th inning in a 6-run lead and wear out his knees, but take Verdugo out just because White is a much better defender. They might still be mad at Eli for running to third yesterday. The 2-2 banged on the ground over to Ozzie. He'll flip it over to Olsen, who's covering the bag, one away. But you could at least get Acuna out of the game. And if you're mad at Eli, then let Luke Williams play left field. He's played plenty of left field in the minors. One down. Righty-righty matchup with Diaz coming to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with the double. First pitch is a slider right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Infield is back into the left. Pitch on the way, banged on the ground deep in the hole. Making the grab is Allen. He'll fire across the diamond. It'll be a 6-3 put out. With the catcher running, he had plenty of time. Good job there. Two down. Pitch on the way. Down and away. Slider misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. I believe if that was done correctly, we just added James as a moderator. The 2-0 count. Campusano is batting for Lockridge. Slider misses. 3-0. The 3-0. Last thing Scott wants to do is walk him. Pitch. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4, and he'll head down to first. That is the last thing you want to do with 2 outs up by 6. Is to extend this game and flip the lineup over. Although it does appear that Wade is going to come in and bat for Tatis. This is probably just to get him an at bat. I don't believe Tatis is injured in any way. First pitch on the way. 94. Nowhere near the zone. 1-0. 1-0. Pitch on the way. Outside. 2-0. Two-0 count. Scott Blewett came from the Baltimore Orioles, Mark. Tyler Wade on a 2-0 count. Went out there to talk to him real quick. Baldwin did, just to calm him down. Pitch on the way, down and in. 3-0. Braves 7, Padres 1, but Scotty B has thrown 7 consecutive balls. That's number 8. And here we go. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. We got to get Pierce Johnson up. We can't get the final out here. Krantz is going to get up off his can and go talk to him now. Something he should have done after that first 4-pitch walk where he was nowhere near the zone. Pierce Johnson getting loose along with Dylan Lee. You got Arias due up. And then Manny Machado has just moved on the on-deck circle. Cruised along the first 2 outs, and now he can't find the zone. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch from Scott. 9 balls in a row. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Right down the pipe. 1-1. One count. Scotty B comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing. Chops it over towards Ozzie. Ozzie has it. He'll fire it to first. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Your Atlanta Braves creep back to a game under 500 as Verdugo, Michael, and Acuna out there dancing. And your Atlanta Braves win this one 7-1. 7 runs, 13 hits by your Atlanta Braves. 1 run, 6 hits by the Padres. Padres will fall to 28-22. The loss will go to Reynolds in a bullpen game. Grant Holmes will get the win, evening up to 3-3. And player of the game, go a couple of different ways here. Acuna got the home run again. Drake went 3 for 4. Michael Harris had the big single that knocked in 2. I'm going to give it to Drake. 3 for 4. Though that was a big home run by Acuna. 3 for 4 is not nothing. He really has become a table setter. He's batting .355 on the year now, by the way. That is something. That is something. And I don't know how you continue to keep this guy out of the lineup. Smurf's not doing a terrible job, but it's making it more and more difficult to keep him out of the lineup. Don't be shocked if in the near future you see Smurf behind the plate and Baldwin DH and giving Azuna a day off from time to time. I know people keep talking about putting him in left field. You can't just put random guys in random positions that they never played before. It's going to affect their hitting. It's a dopey suggestion. We will see you tomorrow for the Veterans Salute to Veterans show. We'll have the video up, the 3D for you to follow along. I'll be in the chat with you, not doing play-by-play on Veterans Day, just like on 4th of July. And we'll be back for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play on Tuesday, where the Braves will be heading to Philadelphia. And I just wonder, with all the bumps and all the bruises and all the woes with the Glaciers, and the question in the back of the bullpen, how much longer before we see Craig Kimbrell? Y'all have a great night, Braves country.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.